The GH5 Mark II may look pretty much identical to the GH5 with the exception of some splashes of red added and some other minor changes, but the big changes to the camera are internal. Thanks to a new processor added to the camera, the GH5 Mark II gets a slew of improvements. First off, the autofocus gets a nice update. While it's not necessarily a game changer for the camera, it is a welcome improvement. The image stabilization has been improved thanks to a new processor. Now you get 6.5 stops instead of the 5 stops of the GH5. Unlike the GH5 and some other Panasonic cameras, the GH5 Mark II comes with Vlog straight out of the box. So I'm actually recording this with the Vlog profile, and as you can see, the Vlog profile is quite flat, but when you put on the LUT, it actually comes to life quite a bit. The Mark II now has the ability to record 4K, 10-bit, and 420 60p with no crop. The USB-C port even gets an upgrade, and it now has the power delivery specification. With that comes much higher power delivery. And what does that mean for you? Well, basically, you can now charge the camera quite a bit faster than you were able to previously via the USB-C port. The back screen actually shrinks slightly, going from a 3.2 inch to a 3 inch screen. The plus side of this, however, is that the screen is actually sharper and brighter than the screen that was on the GH5. Speaking of the back screen, you get a new info display that comes over from the VariCam cameras. The new info display provides you an easy to see settings laid out in a simple interface. Panasonic has added some new color profiles to the camera. First off, they added the L Classic Neo, which they say is a nostalgic profile with subtle saturation and contrast. And the other profile is the L Monochrome S, which is a subtle black and white profile that suits portraiture. So one of the biggest features of this camera is its ability to live stream without the need of a computer. You can have the camera connected directly to a Wi-Fi or piggyback off of a cell phone data connection. You can stream to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and other apps using the RTP. Just like the GH5, the GH5 Mark II is fully weather sealed and has no recording limits. One interesting to note is that the camera features a different battery. It takes a DBK22, which helps provide some more battery life. Panasonic has also updated the preamp in this camera by providing a low setting and dialing it back to 18 decibels instead of -12. Normally I record audio directly into a Zoom H6, but today I'm actually connected directly into the GH5 Mark II. Now we get an idea of how this camera sounds with its updated preamp. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button.